After the destruction of planet Earth owing to unsustainable practices, a search for a new habitat began with the deployment of huge spaceships, one of which crash landed on the planet of New Eartha. New Eartha is now dominated by the Zon Sisterhood, which focuses on physics of power and believes in environmental friendly living. The whole empire was supported by a single source of energy called the Great Engine, which is a cold fusion reactor. The Zon Sisterhood ruled on the barbarians with the help of advanced weaponry powered by the Great Engine. The problem started when two students pointed out that the Great Engine could fail with a 1 in a 4 chance within the next 5 years.
The military pointed out that if at all the great engine fails, the Zon Empire would collapse in the event of war, because the barbarian army outnumbered the Zon army in the ratio of 1 is to 500. Due to the fear of losing the war, they proposed immediate exploitation of non renewable sources of energy, which included drilling of oil, building large petroleum engines to substitute the great engine, mining of coal, and building natural gas power plants. What they did not realize was it would lead to the destruction of New Earth by polluting the air, soil, water, and it would lead to ecological imbalance, global warming, and would eventually spell dooms for non Earthers.
The scientific community recommended that this conundrum should be solved with peace talks with the male barbarian. Zon Sisterhood had stood for ages with female dominance and empowerment, extracting heavy tributes and practicing apartheid against the male barbarians. As a result, they resent them. But if they bridge this and divide and bring the ratio of power from 90-10 to 50-50 and become equal partners in existence, it would lead to a long-term sustainable climate for everyone. The pros of this situation are long-term peace, no more rebellion and strife, reduced military spending, which would save 50 billion talents per year to the exchequer. It would save power and reduce dependency on the great engine, and there would be no need to extract non renewable sources. There would be a better standard of living as the savings can be plugged into civilian R&D, which would further strengthen this Dawn Native alliance. The cons of this situation would be that Sworn Sisterhood would have to let go of their legacy, risking women empowerment. Also, threat of arrow paradox exists, which essentially means that once the technology is with the barbarians, they would not have any incentive to stick to the bargain and would revolt against the sisterhood. As they are already supersede the sisterhood in number, the sisterhood can be easily overthrown.
Failure of the great engine is a typical example of a black swan event, which has a very low probability of happening but a very high impact. In this specific case, if the great engine fails, the Zon sisterhood will lose its power will ultimate and the ultimate result will be enslavement of Zon sisterhood by the barbarians. Zon administration's suggestion to maintain the status quo can result in devastating repercussions. Thus, one of the actions has to be taken.
Trading Guild, the representative body of Zone business firms, suggests not to reject the proposal presented by each group. Instead, weigh all the options carefully, providing a solution that not only helps mitigate the problem at hand but also boost economy. Trading Guild is focusing on capturing the market opportunity. Holistic approach. It would not be wise to ignore the statistical data. Trading Guild provides thorough figures stating the ROE. The extraction of fossil fuels provides the best solution for the problem at hand. Extra fossil fuel produced can be sold to the native kingdoms for non lethal purposes. Striking trade relations are the best way to maintain harmony between communities that otherwise had a jolted relationship.